we're gonna finish the pig house. We're gonna get that tarp put up on that pig house. The ugliest pig shelter ever made. Good morning, I am Dustin Aleman. This is Aleman Family Homestead. Our hope for this channel is that you are able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, please subscribe, hit subscribe, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us some feedback. We love the feedback. Hey, we got a busy day today. It's a little windy, a little breezy, it's overcast, but lots to do today. We're gonna bring all the compost into the high tunnel. So Natalie and I are gonna manually do that. Again, we're tractorless right now. And we're gonna finish the pig house. We're gonna get that tarp put up on that pig house. Get the pig house set up, ready for pigs. We are picking up pigs tomorrow. So we're gonna prep that as well. So follow us along. We'll check on these hens. Looks like, what are you guys doing? Kids are on a roly-poly search.
See?
What'd you find?
Look, there's a whole bug.
Oh yeah.
So there's pitch bugs.
Just be careful. There's no spiders in there?
No, we didn't see any. So far, no.
Okay. Look on the log, on the bottom of the log. Make sure there's no
Spiders. Black
widows.
widows.
Like black widow. Yep. There's a. What is that?
Yeah, we've been seeing orange crickets. We don't know.
Oh, it's a cricket.
We don't know what they are. We haven't been.
Cool. You guys have some roly-polies?
Yeah.
One's little. Oh, roly-poly.
Did they spread that at all? Huh? I know. Is that waterfall or?
It's a little. This one's full and that one's full.
Why they're not? All right. So for whatever reason, these chickens were not interested in this first batch.
We did about half of it.
Yeah. I mean, I just kicked a little of it, but they did spread. I mean, you could kind of see where they spread it. I just was up here and kicked this around. I think they're so excited. I mean, they're out here doing their thing out on grass. Well, now, I mean, they pretty much destroyed this run, which is fine. We are, let's see, we're gonna move them in about 5 days. So 5 days, they're only gonna be here for 5 more days. Natalie and I are gonna bring in all the compost today. We'll place piles throughout the high tunnel. And then our hope and what has happened in the past is these chickens they'll run through it. In the past though, we've never given them the opportunity to come out here, outside. So they've been secluded in this high tunnel with nothing else to do. So that's when they would spread that for us. So we'll see, the day before we move them out, if they still haven't spread that, we may just have to lock them in and just force them to spread that for us. But we'll see.
Over here.
All right, we are finished up with the compost. We did a pretty good job. We're pretty happy with the amount we brought in. We might be heavier on this side, which is fine. Look, these chickens are gonna come in, they're gonna peck, they're gonna scratch, they're gonna start spreading this. Whatever they don't, we can manually do with a shovel, but they're gonna do 90% of it. And also, I talked about this a little bit last time. Look, we probably could have gone another 1 to 2 weeks ideally, to make this break down. We do have, there's still some carbon in here. There's not any major poop chunks, really. Towards the bottom of that pile, we started getting to some poop, and we just left that there. But again, it's not the end of the world. Look, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is nutrient dense, almost compost, with a little bit of carbon, which we're okay with because we needed carbon in here anyhow. We're running low on wood chips, so mission accomplished. It's hot in here. It's humid. You could feel the humidity from all of the compost. So we're gonna pop the sides and just let the air come through. But you can already see these chickens are very, very interested in all these goodies we brought in. So all good. That was our big task for the day. We're done there. We're gonna head in, have some breakfast, and then we'll come back out, start getting ready for those pigs. Okay, so it's time for us to finalize. We're gonna finalize this pig shelter. So here's what we're thinking. So this is the equivalent of what's in front of my chickshaw. Last year we used this when I made that makeshift wagon out of the pallet. This is the exact bar we used. So I think we're gonna just try to reuse this. This is almost the same size. It might be the exact same size, actually. Yeah, funny enough. This was on our tramp. So these are the poles. You can see we have to replace these poles. I don't know, we've replaced 2 since we've gotten that tramp. I think we got that tramp when AZ was born, so 4 years ago. So in the last 4 years, we've only had to replace 2 poles. Usually I just throw these things away. I think we're gonna try to use this. So the idea or the thought is we're gonna put a pole here. We're gonna put a pole here. You know, I don't know, something like this. It doesn't matter, we just need this high enough so that we can attach a tarp to the top of these. We just need something elevated here so we can tie the tarp and then, you know, create a shade cloth down to here. Really, we just need it high enough so that those pigs, gosh, those pigs are so curious. They're very, very curious. So they'll wanna play with it and rip it down. And we had a problem with that with our last pig shelter because we had the hog panels and then we just threw the shade cloth over the hog panel. Well, they'd bite on it and pull on it and everything else. So if we can just keep it elevated, look, I don't care what this looks like. I'm not trying to make this pretty. Functional, that's what I'm looking for. We need this to function, and all we need out of it is shade. We need shade cloth. It's gonna give them a little area if it's rainy or whatever that looks like for them to get out of the elements. Look, I watch these hogs, even when they've got the shelter out there, they're never in the shelter. They're mostly using it for shade. So most of the time, depending on where the sun is hitting, they're gonna be laying out here alongside the edge of this, as long as that section is shaded based upon where the sun is. So again, we're not trying to get pretty. I have another one of these. I have a long pole. If I need to, I could cut it. I can cut off a piece to mimic this. This is the ideal size, just because I can go all the way down. I'm gonna secure this with a 2x4, and I've got some wood to steel screws that I have. But this is a lot more stable and sturdy than that one's gonna be. So we're gonna try it. We'll try that little one and we'll just see. We'll see where it takes us.
So you have 2 points on the sides and then one in the center.
The first time at least though.
Okay, so I think that's gonna work. It's secure enough. We just used a 2x4. So I got a 2x4. So what I did is I came in and I screwed, you can see down at the bottom right here, I screwed the 2x4 to the steel structure first, just to secure this. Natalie came and held this, and then I got on the other side and screwed in 3. I've got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, from inside to, from steel to wood. So these are, I used 2 3/4 inch. These are wood to metal, so self-tapping screws, wood to metal. So they are specific for wood to metal. I did leave, this is that screw that I originally secured the 2x4 to the structure just to hold it in place. I think I might leave that on and I can just grind that off. Or I could remove it. I don't know. I think it should be fine. I've got 3 screws. I mean, I could always put in 2 more, and I might do that. I might do 1, 2, and just get 5 screws in there and then remove this. I think that's what I'll end up doing. Okay, so again, nothing pretty. Look, I didn't even plumb this. I didn't do anything. I don't know. It's definitely not plumb, this 2x4. It's definitely not parallel with the 2x4. I don't care. I'm okay with it. We are not trying to win perfect, pretty projects. That's not what this is. It's functional. I didn't plumb this. I didn't do anything. I just threw the 2x on. I threw this on. That's all I'm looking for. So now we're gonna move on to this next side. Yeah, I'm almost done. All right, so we got both of them on. This guy's a little smaller, but it's pretty sturdy. This guy's a lot taller. Got a bigger 2x4 over here, a smaller one here. We are not concerned. They're not the same height. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna give us a shade cloth. So now we've got holes here. Maintain this hole, maintain this hole. We can tie string or whatever down to there. I'm gonna add I have a little hook. I have a little, I don't even remember what it was. All right, so this is what I was talking about. It's got a little loop on it. I'll just drill this down into the top of that metal. I'll probably, so I don't really have any small self-tapping screws. I don't think. I might. I'll go look. But if I've got little self-tappers, I can just tap that in. So the pigs really aren't going to mess with this. I'm not concerned. This does not need to be fully secured. I just need it secure enough so that you know, when the wind blows and everything else, it's holding it on there. Yeah, okay, so we've got this anchor point down here. Again, I got this screw in here. I can grind that off. So this is going to be the anchor point, and then we can go to each pole. We'll just have a triangle-esque tarp. All right, so there you have it. We're gonna deem this the ugliest pig shelter ever made. And we're happy to present this to you. So we'll see. Look, we already know we're gonna run into challenges. It's windy out here. So we're gonna run into wind issues. We're gonna rip holes through this. We know we're gonna come out some days and this is gonna be flopping. It's a work in progress. We're just, we're working on it. We'll continue to just fix as we need to fix, but for now, this is what we're doing. Basically, using everything we already had on our land to create a pig shelter. My biggest hurdle, what I really wanted to avoid, was coming out and having to do structural fixes on the base structure. These shade cloths, we're always having to repair the shade cloths on all of our tractors, so it'll just be part of it. So there we go. We've got some shade. We've got shelter from the elements. That's what we're rolling with. Okay, whenever. All right. It's not gonna kill the fence, so it's fine. so we've got this ball valve here. Natalie just turned the water on. We've got drips on all of our trees. And then we just threw this ball valve on here just to have water. It's not a lot of pressure, you see that, so it's gonna take forever to fill that pig house or that pig water up, but at least we have a water point over here. So we have these quick connects here. I had these all set up. These are not the ideal ones. And I couldn't find the right connection. Okay, we finally got water. So that didn't work, the ball valve. I think it would have worked if we had a smaller hose. We brought the smaller hose over. It's got tons of holes in it. So yes, this ball valve will work if we had a shorter hose. We had this long 50-foot hose and the pressure there wasn't enough pressure. And then we brought this other hose that Natalie had in the greenhouse, which is fine in the greenhouse because there's holes in it, but there was no pressure. So we just ran this hose all the way from our water source. Our hydrant is way up there. It's the one we use to water the high tunnel there. And it's the one we've been using to fill up the chicken waters the last couple of weeks. So I've got 2 hoses ran off of that. We're filling this guy up. So we're ready for pigs. Pigs are coming tomorrow. We've got water, we've got their shelter, we've got this fence, we've got the Energizer. We should probably fire up this Energizer and see how hot it's hitting. The last thing we really need to figure out with this is, once these pigs get big, if you remember, last year they started knocking over this water. So we secured it to this, to our shelter last year. I had hog panels or cattle panels, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. I had panels. Hey, Cootie! No! She has her mallet. No! So it was easy to secure. I secured this water, Cootie! Cootie! To the hog panels. But here, I mean, we'll figure something out. When they're little, it's fine, we can be in here with them. It's when they're big. When they get big, you really can't do a whole lot of work in here unless they're eating. So you'll have a limited time to be in here messing with stuff. So we need to figure that out sooner rather than later. I mean, it could be as simple as just drilling some holes into the side here for a way for us to latch the water to the pig shelter. Okay, I think we're done. We're just gonna let this thing sit on a drip. We only want to get this thing about halfway full. These pigs won't drink a whole lot of water in a week, so we'll probably bring this up to maybe half, probably a quarter. And then the key when we get the pigs tomorrow is I'll put some food, I'll put some wet feed on the spigot so that they're over here curious. We really want them to start drinking off this as quickly as possible. All right, we are going to call it a day today. As always, appreciate each and every one of you. Our hope for this channel is that you are able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, we would love for you to hit subscribe, give us a like, keep that feedback coming. We appreciate each and every one of you. We will catch you next time.